Hello everyone and welcome to this video on English grammar basics. Today we're going to cover some of the most important grammar concepts that you need to know in order to speak and write English correctly. But don't worry, we're going to keep it simple and easy to understand. This is Labony and I'm so happy to be back again in our YouTube channel. Let's watch the full video because I'm going to make this video awesome. If you are struggling with grammar and you don't know which grammar you should learn first, this video is for you. So subscribe this channel now. Alright, first, subject, verb, agreement. One of the most important grammar rules in English is subject, verb, agreement. And this means that the subject of a sentence must match the verb in number, singular or plural. Yes, we have to match it. If the subject is singular, the verb should be singular. And if the subject is plural, the verb should plural. Let's see some examples. The cat runs in the park. Here, the cat is one cat, right? That means singular cat. So the subject, the cat, singular. Then runs is singular too. It's a verb. So subject singular, verb singular. The cats run in the park. Cats is plural, so the verb should be plural. The cats run. Now, here are some more examples. The boy eats an apple. The boy is the subject and it's a one boy, right? A boy, one. So it's a singular subject, so the verb should be singular. Eats is the verb and it's a singular verb. The boys eat apples. Boys, more than one boy, plural subject, eat. Plural verb. Another one. The girl studies English. The girl is one girl, okay? So it's a singular subject. Studies is also singular verb. The girl studies English. And that's it. Now you know what is subject-verb agreement. Let's see some tenses. Tenses are used to indicate when an action happened or will happen. There are three main tenses in English: past, present, and future. Number one, past tense. We use the past tense to talk about actions that happened in the past. For example, I went to the park yesterday. They played football last week. I went to the park yesterday. You remember what is the present of went verb? Is go. We have to change the verb. Main verb go, it becomes went. It's time for present tense. So we use the present tense to talk about actions that are happening now or that happen regularly every day or every week or every month. For example, I'm watching TV. They go to school every day. Regularly, they are going to school. And I'm watching TV now. And the next one is future tense. We use the future tense to talk about actions that will happen in the future. I will go to the park. Will indicates future. They will play football next week. If you want to talk about future, you have to use will. Here are some more examples of tenses. We'll talk about only continuous tenses. Okay? The first one, past continuous tense. So we use the past continuous tense to talk about actions that were happening in the past at a specific time. For example, I was watching TV when you called. I was watching TV when you called. Okay? Maybe yesterday or last week. They were playing football when the rain started. So, when the rain started, that specific time, they were started playing football. Present continuous tense. We use the present continuous tense to talk about actions that are happening now or that are happening around now. For instance, I am eating a sandwich. So I am eating a sandwich. That is Now I'm eating a sandwich. They are working on a project. They are working on a project. Next is future continuous tense. We use the future continuous tense to talk about actions that will be happening in the future at a specific time. Something will happen, maybe tomorrow or 2 hours later or next week or next month or next year. For instance, I will be working on my homework at 6 p.m. Okay, I will be working at 6 p.m. Okay, they will be playing football at the park at 8 p.m. They will be playing. So whenever you're talking about future continuous, you have to use will, be, and then ing. Articles. Articles are words that we use before noun. The two main articles in English are an and the. An is used to talk about a non-specific noun. For example, I saw a dog. The dog can be any kind of dog, right? Any person's dog, big dog, small dog, any kind of dog. But the is used to talk about a specific noun. I saw the dog that I saw yesterday. So, same dog I saw yesterday, I saw that dog again today. So that is specific. That's why I'm using the dog. Let's see some more examples of articles. I have a car. Do you know what kind of car I have? Bigger car or a not very big, smaller one, or a red color car or black color car. You don't know anything. But if I use, I have the car that I bought last week. What do you think? So that specific car I bought last week. Okay? I saw that car. So I'm talking about that specific car. Another one. I saw a house. So do you know what kind of house I saw? There is no specification of this house. That could be any kind of house. But if I say, I saw the house that my friend lives in, you know, I'm talking about my friend's house. So this is specific, right? So in this case, I can use the. Next is preposition. What is preposition? Prepositions are words that we use to show the relationship between a noun or pronoun and another word in the sentence. Some common preposition in English include in, on, at, to, from, by, and with. These are most common preposition in English. So here are some examples of preposition. The cat is in the box. In the box. The book is on the table. I am at the park. I'm going to the store. I came from school. I'm standing by the tree. I'm talking with my friend. These are the prepositions. So those are some of the most important English grammar basics that you need to know if you want to speak English or if you want to write English. Of course, there's a lot more to English grammar than what we can cover in one video, but if you have a good understanding of these basic concepts, you will be well on your way to speaking and writing English correctly. So thank you so much for watching my video, and don't forget to like my video, subscribe my channel, and just smash the bell icon. And write on the comment below if you want more videos like grammar, okay? Like I can make more videos, one video for each grammar, for like one video for tenses, one video for articles, one video for preposition. If you want that, please write on the comment below. Before finishing the video, I'd like to tell you that we have a wonderful English speaking community on Facebook, and on that community we have different activities, challenges, speaking challenge, vocabulary challenge, tongue twister challenge, and many more. After finishing one challenge, we actually meet We talk to each other on a meeting, on Zoom video call. Okay, and we just finished our second meeting, and that's amazing. It's totally safe. You can join that group. So I will put the video, the guideline, how you can join the group, the community, in the description. Okay, so you can go down and check the description. I will put the link of that video. Please first watch that video. You need to know why we are on the community and what we do on the community, how you can join the community. Okay, and then I will put another link of our English speaking community. Then after watching the video, you can just click on the link. You will be the member of our English speaking community. I will surely say that you will love that community. Yes. So thank you so much for watching my video, and you can write what kind of content I should make. Okay, in the next video, I will make another video very soon, maybe in just 2 to 3 days. So thank you for watching my video, and I will see you very soon. Okay, good luck. See you.